Lego Movie is a great movie for all ages. It's witty. It's well made.
Aren't there like
It's
10
humorous.
of them? Like Lego Superman,
Maybe
Lego Spider-Man?
I can just think
like
of the original.
The original Lego
The original,
movie?
I think Chris Pratt is like the main character. Will Ferrell, I think, is a voice in there somewhere. I don't remember the plot.
He reminds me of a Lego.
But it's a great movie.
Have you seen the previews for the Minecraft movie coming out? Or
No.
Roblox? I get them mixed up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bizarre. Like true A-list actors
Uh-huh.
that turn into block people.
And what? They move through the movie as block people?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Minecraft's such a big deal.
Is it Minecraft or Roblox?
They're the same. Yes.
And apparently both of them are can be.
Massive.
Yeah, but
So many kids.
But aren't there some dangers in those games?
Probably, because it's like a whole world that you create.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a money play.
Yeah.
So you have to buy everything that you do. If you want a new shirt, if you want a new beard, if you want to grow your hair out. Like it's all money. And then and it's like, maybe it's Grand Theft Auto for 12-year-olds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where it's just your world and you build it all. Don't recommend it. Haven't been on it. Haven't done it. Ain't going to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I've never played Roblox. I've never played. I don't think maybe our kids have played Minecraft. That
Yeah.
feels familiar to me. Like I have
Yeah.
some recollection of it.
I just imagine if they have, they're coming to you to be like, "Can I spend $9.99 on this?"
Yeah, we're dealing with
Backpack.
that. We're dealing with that a little bit right now on Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I don't understand that because the game itself is fine. You really don't have to buy anything to play it. But if you
I have
wanna-
never played it one time. I should probably play it one time to know what's going on.
I'll be there. I can do it. We can do it together.
Have you ever
I'll be
played
there
it?
for you. Oh yeah.
Is it fun?
Oh yeah. It's great. It's like an arcade thing. I mean, it's fun.
You're running around
First
battling
person.
other people.
First person shooter stuff, but it's like a cartoon almost.
Yeah.
It's not Call of Duty.
So
It's not real.
Gosh, Call of Duty. You just had to bring that up.
It's not real like that at
Right,
all. It's like
right.
it's like a fantasy world.
Yeah. So there's no blood, there's no gore.
No. When you shoot somebody, they turn into ice.
Yeah.
Right, and they
Respawn.
respawn.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
One more thing on video games.
Okay. I love it.
Charles is 5 years old,
Uh-huh.
and I'm upstairs playing Hot Wheels with him. Yes,
Like old school.
last night.
Or is that
yeah,
a video game?
Like the cars.
Okay, cars.
And he built a burrito track, and then he put the cars on, called it a traffic jam. So anyways, we're playing, and I basically just sit there, and he's like coming up with the whole game, and he's like, "All right, when you get to that line, you pick your car, I'll pick my car. When you get to that line, you can't go past it because that level's not open yet." So he's merging kind of like what he's seen in video games.
Interesting.
And he's basically playing in the realm of like reality, which
Yeah.
is like, oh yeah, we're going to play Hot Wheels, but you can't go across that track yet because that level's not open.
Yeah,
Or you can't play with that car yet because you haven't earned the car
You
yet.
haven't earned that car.
Isn't that wild? So like it's all built to keep going. But dude, I was an 1986 baby, so
little. So
Nintendo.
young. Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
original.
The OG.
There was 100 levels. You get to Bowser at the end, but the original mentality of video games has not really changed. The goal is here's 0 to 100. You get to the boss, you beat the boss. But to do that, you kind of have to be addicted to it.
But do modern day games have an ending? Like I remember beating
Maybe.
Mario Brothers. I remember beating Mike Tyson. I remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Were there?
Because do you remember getting done with the game? You're like, well, I'm done with the game.
Yeah, I'm done with the game.
I guess I gotta go
I'm done
do
with
a
the game.
different one.
All my nerd friends were like, "Oh, we beat
point.
Zelda." I never played Zelda.
Good point.
I was too cool for Zelda.
Oh, I had Zelda on Game Boy.
Gosh, can't hide money.
Game Boys?
I never had a Game Boy.
Why not?
Did I have a Game Boy?
Mine was
I
like
don't remember.
used though. I probably found it.
Right.
Are you kidding? I grew up in a middle class family. Oh boy,
Oh,
that is a true statement. I'm not lying or making.
What was your favorite game growing up?
Gosh, I played NFL Fever with my brother a lot. It didn't get good till like Xbox, PlayStation days.
Yeah. Tecmo Bowl. Did you ever play that?
Tecmo Bowl on
Yeah.
the Game Boy too.
Bo Jackson.
Oof. I mean, it's different
Beast.
stages of my life. Kyle and I really. I mean, the number one for us was Halo, the original Halo.
Oh, yeah.
With Master Chief.
I never played it. I've never played it.
Amazing, and that was one that you could beat, and you're like, well, I beat it.
Yeah. I think my all-time favorite video game, which I did not discover or play it until I was an adult, but I was a young adult. I think we were married, but maybe pre-kids, was GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64. Did you ever play that?
Amazing.
The James Bond movie. Oh,
I never had an
my
N64,
gosh.
but I'd go to my friend's house.
Yeah, we didn't either. I'd have to go to friends' houses.
And I remember him being amazing at it.
Yeah.
Right? With the golden pistol. So you only had to hit the guy once.
You know, I don't. So
I remember a lot about GoldenEye.
maybe. Okay, this is gonna because now I'm thinking about it. I've only ever played it at my aunt and uncle's house. They live in Florida. I don't know why we were.
You weren't
playing
at
it
home
there.
with like Kimberly.
No, I wasn't at home
With an N64.
No, we'd be like traveling to Florida, and we'd always go visit my aunt and uncle. We still do, and for whatever reason, they had one. I don't know why, because they're older than me. They were out of the house. I don't know why they had an N64, but me and my cousin Brian, we were both adults, but we started playing it together.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't do because I'm assuming there are kind of two sides to the game. There's a side of the game where you can be James Bond and you're moving through levels, right?
Right.
We would only play where like
Each
it's
other.
me versus him, and we're hunting each other down.
I can remember the I used to call them boards. Like, what board do you want
Yeah,
to play?
yeah.
And there was like the Russian snow one.
Yes. There was one in like
Was snipers
caves.
only? Sniper
yeah,
rifles?
one in caves, and like I thought that was so much.
Are
fun.
we hot? Are we hot?
We are hotter than a $2 pistol.
I tell you what. Than a golden pistol.
Hotter than a $2 pistol.
Let's do this.
What are we talking about today?
Rituals.
Rituals.
Rituals of the Southern gentleman.
That sounds. Ritual is a weird word.
It sounds spiritual to me.
It does.
Yep.
I think of like mysticism.
I think of
know.
like lighting incense.
Yeah.
And pouring tea
Yeah.
and sitting cross-legged.
Yeah. And like chanting. I don't want to do that stuff.
We're not doing that today?
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, man.
No. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Did you ever do that growing up?
No.
Really?
No. I was probably playing GoldenEye.
I honestly have never done it, but some of my friends did it. I remember kids used to play this game where they would like, one of them would lay flat on the ground and they would all put two fingers like this underneath them. The kids would be around them and they would try to lift them up and they would say, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather.
Lift their friends up?
Lift their friends up
With
like this.
4 fingers?
I think, again, I never did this. I think I was too scared of it. But there was like the premise that there was something supernatural going on. That they were going to levitate this person by chanting,
Yeah.
light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Sounds like some witchcraft.
It felt that way, which is why I was like, I ain't getting involved in that. I was too scared of it.
Yeah.
But you never did that, light as a feather, stiff as a
No.
board.
But the kids that age, they're so innocent. They don't even know.
I know.
Just goofing.
But we're not talking about that type of ritual.
No.
I think about it.
Tell me about it.
I
Yeah.
think about it more like habits. Things that I do on a consistent basis that are really important and valuable to my life. That's
Yeah.
the way I thought about it.
And I'm with you, but it gives you. I will take it a step further. It gives you a sense of groundedness.
Yeah.
It could give you a sense of control
Yes.
in a good way.
Yes.
It could give you a sense of balance.
All of the ones that I have written down fit what you're talking about.
Yeah. It could be emotionally good for you, physically good for you, and they're important. Why? Maybe because of those things.
That's where I
Routine.
struggled with thinking about this. Like,
Yeah.
because I would say my rituals are really important to me in my life. but I don't know that I can articulate. I can articulate why these specific ones are valuable to me. I had a hard time thinking about how to articulate, are rituals good in general for every person? I don't know. I don't know that I have the answer to that.
Which is very specific to the person.
Yeah.
I was thinking the void of rituals feels very unsettling to me. Chaotic, out of control.
Anything goes.
You're at the mercy of life. And so, yeah, they're important because without them, I feel that.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to talk about that today.
And like, and you know, we've talked about it a little bit in the past with your golden cup. You could dive deep on like, okay, here's the way I'm going to do this. Here's how to create this thing.
Yeah.
The method, the process of doing this.
Yeah. Some people's rituals could be chaos. And just be like, yeah, part of my rituals involves some level of noise, some level of fun, some level of whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so it can be very personality specific. But yeah, I'm a process guy. I'm a process guy.
I'm looking at mine.
So a lot of mine are going to be methodical.
All of mine are very quiet. All of mine.
Me too.
All of mine.
And I've got a few. 2 of them are by myself. The others are with Rachel.
Yeah, I only have 1 by myself. 2 are with other people.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I've probably left a lot off. I mean, it's almost hard to go back through and say, what do I do in a day, in a week, in a month that are routine for me, that really give me life?
Routine might be, that's the word I've been searching for.
Routine?
Yeah. That ritual word, I think, has maybe some baggage to it.
Yeah.
Habit, I think, is...
we can redeem ritual.
Yeah, there's a routine. There's something that we do consistently that brings us value in one way or another. Betters our lives in one way or another. Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to think about it.
Let's do this.
How many did you do?
I did 5, but I'm going to come up with some honorable mentions.
You're going to have some bonus ones in. I only did my top 3.
Okay.
These are like my 3 most important ones.
Void of your life feels out of control.
Yep.
That's good.
So since you have more, start us off.
Yeah. So Wednesday morning, every morning, there is with a couple of other guys. There's no text that says, "Are we good for on a Tuesday night?" Never like, "Are we doing this?" It just happens. We show up. We have our coffees. We talk about what has happened and what is to come in our lives. We do life together in that hour and a half every Wednesday morning. No questions asked. Unless we're out of town, you just go.
Okay. How many guys?
There's 3 of us.
Okay.
And so it gives me, like, it's the idea that I'm a flashlight, and usually I'm living my life where I'm only seeing what the light is looking at. I'm not aware of the actual whole casing of the light. Like, I'm a whole being. But to be able to sit and process with other guys what's going on, it gives me so much more, like, perspective, grounding. I feel known. I feel understood. And I have a better awareness of life and what's going on. It gives me perspective. I have to have that.
Is it
every week?
Every week, same location?
Same spot, same time.
Yep. Coffee shop? Where we talking about?
Just an office building.
Okay.
Thank you, real estate. So that's my first one, and it's I would go ritual because there is a lot of seeking to go back to myself, like ground myself.
I'm gonna stretch my legs out.
I've thought about it for 20 episodes.
I'm just gonna do it.
I mean, it is your office.
Why not?
You pay the rent.
How early are we talking about?
6:30.
Whoa.
That's like, I mean, the sun's up. I mean, it's coming up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You just hit my kryptonite.
The morning, early bird gets the worm, man.
I know it. I want to be a morning person.
Are any of
so
your
badly.
rituals happening before 6:30?
Occasionally.
Can't wait.
Occasionally.
Okay.
My first one is my morning coffee with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Every single morning. We have this, it is it happens 99 times out of 100, it happens exactly the same way.
Yep.
We wake up, a kid wakes us up, an alarm clock, something wakes us up, and I turn off the alarm, and I roll over and I go, "You ready for coffee?" And she's like, she wears an eye mask, and she'll kind of nod to me like, yeah, I'm ready for coffee. And so I
Is
get
there
up.
ever a no?
Never. I will say, occasionally there's a bad night's sleep or something. She's like, "Oh, I want to sleep for another 30 minutes.
Okay.
Or give me another hour."
But
or
you still
whatever.
qualify it.
Yeah. But I mean, it is 99 times out of 100.
We're gonna do this.
It happens this way. She's ready for coffee. I get up. I go to the kitchen. I grind the beans. I take the little carafe. I go. I clean it out.
Oh, yeah.
Rinse it all out. Fill it back up with the appropriate amount of water. I go over. I load the coffee machine. Get it ready. Turn it on. Then I go climb back in bed for like 5 minutes.
Sure.
And I'm just laying there, just like,
Waiting.
And she's not fully awake yet. No eye mask has come up. I get the sense, okay, it's ready.
Mouth tape is off.
Mouth tape is off. I smell the coffee. I go in. Here's the big thing for me. We're coffee mug people.
Yeah.
We have way too many coffee mugs. I'm saying like,
Oh, they're hanging off the edge of the shelf trying.
oh yeah.
Right.
I think we probably have 30. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Some of them are just beautiful coffee mugs. Like I love pottery.
Yeah.
So it's a mug that was made by somebody, and it's like, oh, that's a beautiful coffee mug.
Shout out to Potters.
Yep. Some have been gifts from kids. Like my daughter and I have this joke where she calls me Padre.
I love
And
it.
I call her Dadre.
I love it.
Dadre is not a Spanish word that I know of. Padre obviously is a Spanish word that means
it's a
father.
Tennessee Spanish
right.
word.
So I call her Dadre. She calls me Padre. Well, one year, like she got me a mug that it's a cheap little Chinese mug. It just says Padre on it. I love that mug. So then we have some mugs that are like Kimberly and I have bought for each other. So like one says, "You are my favorite."
Yeah.
One says, "I love you more than biscuits and gravy." Something like that.
That's a lot of love.
One says, "Good morning, beautiful." Mm-hmm. The other one says, "Good morning, handsome." So
it's just
I always pick a mug, one that's like a pottery mug, but I know it reminds her of the beach. The design of it reminds her of the beach, and she loves the beach.
yeah.
So like
So you get to pick
I pick a different
how
mug.
the tone is set.
Yes, I pick a different mug that I'm like, okay, I want to communicate this to her today, or I know she's gonna love this. I make her coffee. I go back into the bedroom, shut the door. No kids allowed in there.
No kids allowed. That was gonna be my huge question.
Oh no kids allowed in the bedroom. Nope, not during coffee.
Not during
coffee. Go in, shut the door. We have a couple years ago we invested in a fancy bed that has.
Oh,
remote.
really?
It
Yep.
it
kind of sits you up.
Yeah, and it's I always go over. I take the remote. I start to like raise her up, incline her. She lifts the mask. She's kind of
This
raising up.
is so much better than I thought it was
She's
gonna
like
be.
getting kind of situated, and then like I present her coffee. Like I've got it facing her, where like, hey,
Yes.
morning, beautiful.
Right
like
hand. Right hand.
Yeah, she always gives me a little smile.
That's good.
Unless it's been a bad night of sleep. But she's most of the time ready to wake up.
So excited to see that cup.
And then I climb in bed and we just sit there for like 30 minutes and it's like, okay, what's going on? I mean, we ease into it, but then it's
Right.
like, okay, what's
sip.
on your plate today? What's on your plate today?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like we're just chewing on stuff quietly
Yeah.
with our coffee.
Right.
And it is the most important 30 minutes of my day. It really is.
I'm settled just listening to the story.
It just sets the tone for the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we know there's going to be challenges. We know there are going to be kid fights. We know something's going to go wrong. But morning coffee is like sacred.
How old's your youngest?
8. He's about to turn 9. Yeah.
9. I think that's what I need to get over. I'm going to close the door. We're going to have a conversation.
Close that
Close the door.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be it's not always a lot of words.
No, it doesn't have to be.
No.
But just time, 30 minutes.
We're just
30 minutes
We're just
to
easing into it.
Yeah, with no distractions.
No distractions.
That's
and
good.
like we just have our coffee.
That's good. I had morning coffee with Rachel on here, but mine needs to upgrade. I need to upgrade because ours is at the mercy of kids right now. So I gotta.
And you're at a different stage. It might not be as easy.
They need everything.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. All of our kids can feed themselves.
Yeah.
You might get a knock on the door. We're like, nope, it's coffee time.
Okay. Yep.
Nope.
That's
but I get it.
That's
different
beautiful.
Stage of life.
That's beautiful.
I appreciate that.
It's really good.
Yeah. Super important for us.
So Thursday, Rachel and I, this is a long-term one.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel and I are going to breakfast, and we call it the dream date, even though
Every week.
Nope, this is an annual thing.
Okay, all right.
We look at our whole year,
Oh.
2025, mainly on the calendar, and we also have a high-level ballpark guess of income,
Mm-hmm.
and we plan out big buckets of mainly trips that we want to take or experiences with the kids or things that we want to do.
Yep.
And we assign a dollar value to those as we go through based on our monthly income.
Yeah.
And we'll get it all on the calendar. So it's kind of an annual budget breakfast dream date. Super hot is probably what you're thinking right now. Like super hot. But
I love this idea.
And then we'll also throw in like, all right, in our giving, we have this amount going here. What are some other ideas of things that are on our hearts this year to be able to do with our money? And so it's kind of an annual budget. It's a forecasting.
Does this happen in December?
Budget date. Usually January.
January. Okay, so early in the year.
Early in the
Gotcha.
year. Look down the tunnel. I mean, we did it last year, and we went to Disney, and it was like, what did we talk about at the beginning of the year for that amount of money?
Yeah.
And are we there? So it's just kind of high level. I'll put it in an Excel sheet. I will bring a laptop.
So you look
to breakfast.
You also look back on the previous year?
Yeah, just kind of say.
A little bit of a recap,
Because
a little bit of looking forward.
I don't know if you see this, but at this point we've got like a Cruze family trip.
Yeah.
It's like my parents. Then you have the Ramsey family trip, and then you have cousin camp. There's things that are starting to happen annually every year.
Yeah.
There's spring break and fall break every year, and so your calendar kind of tells you here's your options once your kids are all in school, and so it just gives us a level of like peace.
I have questions.
Love it. Bring it on.
This is breakfast in a public place?
Yeah.
This sounds like a lot to cover over breakfast.
Okay.
Is this like an
It's kind of like your taxes. You just go back to the tax organizer preloaded from last year.
Yeah.
You're kind of just updating.
Okay.
So it's not. I mean, you got 12 months in the year.
Yeah. Are you and Rachel each doing independent thought work before you come into this? Or have you already kind of chewed on things?
Yeah, it's kind of already in the spirit.
Yeah.
Already there. So we're not like having to come up with ideas. Like we don't have to say like, all right, how much are those flights?
Yeah.
What hotel is that? Or whatever it is, what trip.
The dream date.
It could be like, well, we want to take the kids somewhere this summer. How much do you want to assign to that?
Right.
It's that broad.
And ballpark, look at a calendar like, okay, it could be in this range.
Yeah, because this happens in July. There's a birthday there. There's this, that. Kids are out of school this day. It's fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's getting more fun, I guess.
It sounds intense. And it ends with amorous lovemaking.
Oh, I'm telling you, Excel sheets are like an aphrodisiac. If everything's kind of slow in the bedroom, just get Excel out.
You're like, honey,
cell
C3.
That's really speaking to me right now. All right,
do the auto sum.
The
auto sum.
Close cousin ritual budgeting. Beginning of every month, we set up our budget.
Beginning of every month.
Beginning of every month,
okay.
And again, it just carries over. You copy January for February, and you say, "Hey, are we still Are we sending June, our dog, to boarding this month? No,
Yeah.
we don't have a trip.
Okay.
Take that down to 0. Hey, did we spend more on gas? Kind of bump that up. Or it's
Are you using
and
every
we go through
dollar?
each one. Every dollar.
You really use it.
It's right here.
We use it too.
Once a week, Rachel will text me and say, "What is this Venmo for?"
Yeah.
And it's just a connection.
We're doing it all the time.
Yep.
So
I'll say,
funny.
I had to pay Chris.
We do it every Wednesday and every Sunday. We
Twice
check
a
in
week?
Twice a week. We check in twice a week on our budget. That's an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big. Way to go.
Well, we were out
Ours
of
is just kind of a monthly, like, all right, here we
Yeah.
go. And then, how did we do?
we were out of the habit for so long. I mean, we went a stretch of 12 years without budgeting.
Oh, so you just.
When
yeah,
I left
yeah.
Dave's, I don't know what happened in my mind. I knew it worked,
Yeah.
but we didn't budget for 12 years at all.
Yeah.
And so we've only recently gotten back in that rhythm.
Yeah.
And we like
You like
Wednesday
it?
night, we'll pour a glass of wine. Nothing
Right.
goes better with reviewing your finances than alcohol.
Alcohol and sex. One leads to the other. With an Excel sheet in the middle.
I have suggested naked budget meetings before.
Why
They've
not?
not gone over so well as of yet.
You're
but I'm
picking the
still hoping.
wrong. You're picking the wrong mug, probably.
Yeah, I'm picking the wrong mug. We
All
do
right.
every Wednesday, every Sunday, and they're short, half an hour check-in,
You're checking
15
in.
minute.
Yeah.
We're just, hey, what is this charge? What's that kind of thing? And then we categorize it. And then once at the beginning of each month, we're the same way. Like, okay, what do we have? Oh, we only need 3 bags of dog food, or whatever.
Gosh, Huck.
Jeez, that dog eats so much.
Yeah.
He ate my son's video game headset last
No.
night. Yes. Brand new video headset he got for Christmas. He ate it, ripped it apart.
Don't eat that. It doesn't even smell like
Crazy
anything.
dog. Crazy dog.
All right.
Here's my next one. Every 2 weeks, and I've done this for 15 years. Every 2 weeks, I get a haircut.
15 years.
15 years. Now, I will say,
A bi-weekly haircut.
the first 10 years, I did it every week. Every week.
You're not even getting a haircut at that
I've
point.
gone to the same place,
You're not getting a haircut. You're just getting it washed.
the same lady
They don't cut anything.
for 15 years.
They don't cut anything in a week.
Well,
Did she cut stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just little touch-ups.
Yeah, now I've gone through dude, at one point I had just a straight buzz. I'd go get it buzzed every week.
Did you really? Okay.
Every week I'd go get it buzzed.
Okay.
Here's why this one's important to me. It's not so much about the haircut. It is about the experience around the haircut.
Yeah. We're not talking great clips.
No, I don't go to Great Clips. I go to a great place here in Middle Tennessee, locally owned, a place called Uncle Classic Barbershop. I've turned so many friends on to Uncle. It's not. They should start paying me. Uncle should start paying me,
Yeah. Referral
dude.
fees.
So it
I
opened
thought
up.
it was uncles.
No, it's Uncle.
Uncle.
It's Uncle. Uncle.
Uncle
and
haircut.
I go, and the same lady cuts my hair. Shout out Chrissy.
Yeah.
And not only am I getting a great haircut, so I feel good, like I feel presentable and like, okay. But it's all about the shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, I want to say it one more time. It's all about the shampoo.
Yeah.
When I'm done with the haircut, Chrissy spins me around. I lay back in the chair. I get a hot towel. With
the tea tree?
yes.
Oh.
I was going to say like something minty, but it's
Tea tree.
totally tea tree. That's
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Just opens you up.
I get the hot towel, steaming hot towel laid on my face. I'm laid back. And then, dude, Chrissy is a dead gum magician. I get this shampoo.
It made me go to sleep.
This is like an intense scalp massage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like she's hitting pressure points. She's rubbing my temples. Like,
Yeah.
And I just lay there like this. And sometimes I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like in and out of
in
this
some type
realm
of-
and the other.
Yeah.
And it is so relaxing.
Dream state.
And I turn my phone off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about anything. Sometimes I'll pray.
Yep.
I'll just sit there and just like, I'll thank the Lord. Thank you for this experience that I can just sit here for half an hour and get a hot towel on my face, get my hairs trimmed up, and get a scalp massage.
That's fantastic.
And it is so peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah.
And for 15 years, I've done that. Same place, same person, same experience.
Yep.
And I protect it on my calendar.
Yep.
Every 2 weeks on this day at this time.
Every 2 weeks.
I stay booked out a year in advance. I freaking love it.
I respect that a lot.
I love it.
Because you're taking care of yourself. It's not about the haircut.
Self-care is totally like a buzzword, but it is.
I know it is a buzzword.
It is self-care.
But we're terrible at it. We're terrible at it.
It is so,
And it doesn't take much.
I love my haircut.
Just a little tea tree, perfectly wrapped around the nose.
Oh, it's so good.
With a scalp massage. That's all it takes.
So good.
Yeah.
So
It's important to have that to look forward to.
Yeah. 26 times a year.
That's great math.
I did it on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Dedicated.
I was there.
So every Tuesday then. Boom.
You don't know which location. They have like 5 or 6 locations.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I have a weekly.
Okay.
Another weekly. And this is new for me. Since August. I've been going 6 months. No, maybe May. So maybe 9 by now. And I always hated on people that went to this person. I was never a believer. And I don't think it is for everybody. But I go to the chiropractor every week. Same day, same time, I'm there. And I walk in, I'm kind of stiff and got a little bit of pain. I walk out, and I have had my ritual. Like, I'm adjusted.
Free as a bird.
I've been cracked and snapped, and I stand on this little, like, vibration machine afterwards that, like, gets all your lymph nodes, like, drained out.
Shakes it loose.
Shakes it for 5 minutes. But
5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes just vibrating.
That's a long time.
And your whole body is adjusting. But you go in, it's the ritual of it. You go in, you put this thing around your neck and on your chin, and you start with these neck exercises to loosen it up. Then I lay on something called a Bimmer mat. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
It's up on it looks like a massage table. It's a mat. You hit start, you lay down, and it sends little electromagnetic fields through your back and into your body.
Are you clothed?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 minutes. And it helps increase circulation.
Mm-hmm.
It helps prepare your body for the adjustment. A lot of research has gone into it. It doesn't feel like anything. So that's the weird part.
You're just kind of laying
You're
there.
just laying there waiting on the beeper to go off.
Yeah.
And then you sit on one of those wobbly bubble things and you do your exercises to warm your spine up side to side, front to back, and then you twist. And then, dude, you lay down on this chair. The first time I ever got adjusted, I thought I was going to get paralyzed because it looks scary.
I always have that fear.
So scary.
Yep.
Now I can't wait for my neck to get cracked. I can feel it in my I feel it in my bones. And dude, there is nothing like getting a great adjustment. It's incredible. They pop it once in the middle of my back, once in the upper middle, my neck both ways, and then my hips. They will turn my hips and do both sides of my hips.
You're a chiropractor guy.
Once a week. And they're like, do you want to go into maintenance? And I'm like, well, how often's that? Every other week or once a month? No. I can't last 2 weeks. I'm so old. I got to keep my lights on.
You don't think you could go once every other week?
I can, but my body's responding to it. I mean, it's legit.
Yeah.
I have a 12-degree curve in my spine. So I'm not going just for fun, just because it feels good. I really do have work to do to get my spine. I have a curve in my spine. I'm 3 degrees away from spina bifida.
Okay, what I was going to ask is is scoliosis?
Scoliosis. I'm sorry, not spina bifida.
Yeah. I was like, what is
Scoliosis is
so
15 degrees or more.
Okay. And you're 12.
I've come down from 15 to 11.
Wow.
Over 9 months.
So you were 15 when you started?
I was 15. And now I'm at an 11 angle. And I'm like, as long as it's moving, let's keep going.
How straight can you get? I wonder. Can you get to 0?
I would be shocked. The first thing, which is why I believed them from the beginning, they said, our goal is not to get you to 0. Our goal is to just stabilize you. But here I am at 11.
Yeah. You're seeing progress.
It's great. It's great.
I love that.
So.
And you sent me the name of that guy.
I did.
I want to check that out.
You should go see him. Yeah. Great place.
I wonder if
Tell him I sent you.
I wonder if I have a curvature in my spine.
Dude, it might help. Do you get headaches or migraines? Is there anything you want to fix? No back pain?
No.
You're not a lemon like me.
You're a lemon.
Total lemon.
Here's my last one. I do this every week. I will say this is the one that I'm not. There are many Sundays that I miss this. Mm-hmm. I would say more often than not, I am doing this on Sunday. And when I do it, it yields tremendous results. Tremendous.
Okay.
I love that word, by the way.
Tremendous.
Tremendous results. I call this, I don't know that I can say what I call it. So I'm going to use a more.
Then I'm going to make up what you probably label it. And everybody else will too.
Well, what do you mean?
If you're not going to tell me what you really call it, I'm going to make it up in my mind.
I call this pre-butt kicking my week.
Oh.
But around my house, I use the alternative word for a donkey.
The south end of a northbound mule.
The south end of a northbound mule. Yes.
I think I know what you're talking about now.
I pre-butt kick my week. I sit down at my kitchen table.
All right.
I have a journal. I have my laptop. I open it up. I look at my calendar. I keep some different to-do lists based on the businesses on my laptop. Mm-hmm. And I'll make notes about like, okay, what are the things that I want to really focus on this coming week? Okay. Winston and I want to do a podcast episode. I go and try. That's why a lot of times I'll text you on Sundays.
That's what I'm saying. You're blowing me up this weekend.
On Sundays. Because I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'll go like, okay, and I want to make sure I'm prepared for this meeting, and I really want to tackle this, and I want to try to work on that. And I'll go through my calendar in advance and do a lot of time blocking and make sure that I've got enough time allocated to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
Yeah.
A friend of mine years ago told me he called it pre-butt kicking his week. Mm-hmm. He wants to kick that week's butt. Well, Sunday, you take 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and you do a little pre-butt kicking. Yeah. So that when I wake up on Monday, I'm not like
reacting to everything.
Oh, my goodness, what am I going to do?
Yep.
Usually I'll spend some of that time and I'll organize my email. So if emails have come in over the weekend, I'll kind of organize them in the right folder and clear that out down to 0.
Doesn't that feel good?
Oh, it feels so good.
All right.
And then when I come in here on Monday, I already have a plan in place, and I don't have to spend time thinking about that plan and going like, oh, my goodness, what am I going to do? I've pre-butt kicked the week.
I want to adopt that. That's great.
It's a good one.
That's such a well-conceived strategy for success. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things I'll be like, it's Wednesday, and then I thought, oh, yeah, I needed to do that this week. I needed to check that.
Yeah. The times where I have found it most valuable are when I add in 2 things that I don't always add in. And in fact, I'm in a bad rhythm of not adding these in. But when I add in gratitude in my little journal, where I'll write down like 3 things I'm really grateful for in my life. And when I write down something I want to, and this is going to be weird for you. I think this is going to be weird for you. When I write out something that I want to visualize happening in the future. Long term. So I went through a period of time, and I need to get back in this, where I want to visualize, and I will write it out, like in the first person. I am doing this.
Yeah.
And I'll close my eyes, and I will try to picture what it's going to be like holding that book in my hands that's been published. Mm-hmm. Holding that book and being able to go, oh, my goodness, I could give this to somebody, or I could go talk about this somewhere, or I could, like, visualizing, writing it out as if it's happening in that moment.
Yeah.
When I add gratitude in that, I leave that 60 minutes going like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Future thinking's natural for you. Is that why you said I would be resistant to it?
Well, I think you hear a lot about people talking about manifesting things.
Oh, okay.
And like, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in this. I'm not this person that's like, oh, if I just speak things into the world,
Sure.
I'm going to make them happen.
But if you didn't write it down, how would you know if it was even
I agree.
Something that you wanted to
And
have?
I do think there's enough research out there that I've just dabbled in
Yep.
about picturing in your mind
Yeah.
doing something that you have
Yeah.
not yet done, that you want to do.
Yeah.
And just the way it triggers things in the mind
Yeah.
of like,
Visualize it.
yeah,
It's
visualizing.
a huge thing in sports.
Yeah.
Visualize the ball going in.
Yes.
Visualize the golf swing.
Yes.
Visualize where you want the ball to go.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, yeah, I do that a lot.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude.
Okay. Here it goes.
I had
About
not
to
connected
manifest.
these things. I had not connected these, but I had a golf coach a couple of years ago that I was going to see probably once a week. And he told me something. I was hitting drivers one day with him.
Yeah.
And he told me this, and I think they're connected. He said, Chris, here's what I want you to do. Here's how I want you to set up. And when you look down, I want you to pick out where you want this ball to go.
Yep.
Look it out there, okay? Get it in your mind. You're looking at this tree or left this, wherever you want this ball to go. And he said, when you come back here, I want you to keep thinking, picturing that tree.
Still thinking about where that ball's
Still
going.
think, and he said, and the hardest part of the game is letting your mind drift from where you want the ball to go. But dude,
Because then you're back to your swing and am I this or am I that?
But he said, I want you to keep your mind needs to be thinking about where you want this ball to go. And then he went into this whole thing about how the mind and the body are connected, obviously. And if we are, a lot of times, if we just let the body do the work and the mind is still focused on where you want that ball to go, the body will do what it needs to do to get the ball where you want it to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there have been times where I have done that and done it like I'm really staying focused. I'm picturing, if I could close my eyes right now, I'm
This is
seeing
what
that
happened.
tree and I'd hit the ball
It's
every
crazy.
single time.
Yeah.
But when I let my mind drift
right.
is when they go everywhere.
Yeah.
Or I let it, wait a minute, that lake's over there, that pond's over there.
I mean, that resonates with me.
I hit it in the daggum pond
Yeah.
when you're thinking
What you
about it.
focus on
Yeah.
is what you're going to. I mean, that's an old psychology study as well. If
As
you look
a
at the
man
orange,
thinketh.
don't think about an elephant.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to think about an elephant. Try not to think about an elephant. Oh, I'm going to think about
I'm thinking about an
Don't look at the orange cones. You're going to run into the orange
Yeah.
cones, right? When you're driving. It's wild what you set your eyes to, what's actually going to happen.
So pre-butt kicking your week.
Pre-butt kicking.
And when you add in
visualize.
gratitude and visualization, that's when I have experienced like the most, yes, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go do this.
A lot of satisfaction
Yep.
in your week.
Yep.
Because then you know what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a process guy.
No.
Love processes. Give me A, B, C, D. And I love solitude. I love solitude. I don't like loneliness. I hate loneliness, but I love solitude. And one of my moments of solitude that gives me a lot of joy in my rituals is washing my own truck. With music in the driveway with no distractions. I am methodical. I enjoy it.
You know where you start?
I'm the guy you want to detail your car.
Oh, I love this.
I'm the guy.
WinniesDetails.com.
That
that
just,
URL
I
right
just
now.
don't know if that's I don't know if that's going to sell. Winnie's Details.
Yeah. You could have
Winnie's
a whole...
Detailing.
Okay.
Mobile. Come to your house.
Yeah.
Am I driving a van?
Winnie's Mobile Detailing. You could have guys all over Middle Tennessee running out there. Your little
Who do you
icon.
think they think's going to show up? Me?
It could be like a version of Winnie the Pooh, but then with like John Wick hair.
That would be the weirdest brand that I think the only reason people would call would be like, I want to see this guy. I just want to see this guy show up.
Oh, that made me giggle.
It makes no sense to wash your car if you're Winnie the Pooh.
So you have a process. You
Yep.
start it the same way?
I'm real particular. Start on the same side. I know where the sun is hitting, so I know which one to finish with because the sun will dry that hard water, and I don't want spots. I open the door to get up on top. You got to wash the top of your car.
Wash the top.
Don't not wash the top of your car.
you're
Because then I'll go to
neglecting.
bed that night, and the last thing I'll think is, dang, I was too lazy to wash the top of the car.
And all those helicopters up there, they're just looking
Everybody's
at a
going to
dirty top
judge
of your
it.
truck.
What a guy.
What kind of music we playing?
Summertime, it's country. Wintertime's tough. You just have to get through it. So I'm out there
Bon
just trying to
Iver?
get...
Like something melancholy?
Yeah, some John Mayer.
I love John Mayer.
Yeah, I like being outside and doing the whole thing. I love the process. Love seeing the bucket just nasty at the end.
Yeah.
And for some reason, whenever I drive a clean truck right after I've washed it, I feel like it's driving better or something. It's a weird psychology. You feel like you're just like, it's like an oil change. But it has nothing to do with the engine.
But it brings order somehow. There's order. It makes sense. It's organized. It's calm.
And I hate when it rains again right after you did it because you're like, all right, that's all right. I'll die to that. But I got what I wanted, which was a great routine that gives me peace. I feel like physically even after I do it.
Yeah.
Like my jitters are gone.
I can see that. Couple hours?
Yeah, at the most. I mean, maybe an hour.
Okay. Are we talking about like ultra detailing the inside, like you're going around with like one of those little brush things?
I don't enjoy as much the inside.
Okay.
I do like to clean it out.
Yeah.
Like whatever's there.
Yeah.
I like it to be organized, but I don't like wipe my seats down. I'll vacuum it out every once in a while.
You're not shampooing carpets or
No.
Okay.
No. This is mainly sponge scrubbing.
Yeah.
The outside. And then you gotta wipe it down with the towel. Gotta get a good towel that absorbs a lot of water. And you just go to town.
What's it called? Are they microfiber?
Microfibers don't really absorb as much as I want them to.
Yeah. What's the word
They're
I'm
good
looking for?
That's good for waxing, which I don't do. But it's I don't know. I've got it. I mean, I've got it.
Yeah, I can picture the material,
Yeah.
but I'm having a hard time recalling the
Terry
name.
cloth. I don't know.
Okay.
I have a ceramic coating on my truck.
Oh.
Have you heard of this?
Can't hide money.
That is
my
not
new
going to
thing.
catch on. It's not going to catch
It's going
on.
to catch on.
I'm
It's
just a
gonna catch
gadget
on.
guy. I'm just a geek. Can't hide geek. Why is it money?
I'm just
It's
having fun
geeky
with it.
stuff.
I'm just having fun with
I
it.
know. You need a ceramic coating. You do.
You know what? Here's what I've noticed. When I wear my sunglasses, because my sunglasses are polarized, I can pick out the
As
cars.
all sunglasses should be, by the way.
Yeah, I can pick out the cars that have ceramic coating. They look different in my sunglasses.
Really?
Yeah. Every Range Rover I've ever seen has ceramic coating on the windshield.
Now you're. Oh, okay. It's kind of like
Yeah.
iridescent.
It looks different than every other windshield I'm encountering on the road.
Oh, okay. I don't Rain-X my windshield. How about that?
Well,
That's what wipers are
maybe you
for.
should do that.
All right.
Oh, geez, that scared me for a second.
You keep looking
I
over
thought
there.
I saw
It's making me
zeros,
scared.
but it's not. We're good. I'm done with mine.
That's
You got
all
any
I had
more?
to-
That's all you have?
No, that's all I had to say about washing my
Okay,
truck.
all right.
We ended on that note.
I think that's a great one. Do the kids ever help you? Do you let them?
They like to.
But
They're
you're like,
getting to
no.
the age that I will let them at this point. I have a friend whose kid, when they were like 3, they wanted to help. You know what they used? They went and found those steel brush grill scrubber,
man.
a grill scrubber,
Oh.
and they grill scrubbed it.
On the paint?
Yes, they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna wash Dad's truck."
man.
It's like my nightmare.
Oh,
It's my nightmare.
That's not good.
So I'm a little bit it is not a ritual for me if everybody's out there.
right. It's
Want
got to be
to
you. So this is Winston
It's
time.
me and the truck and my mind.
You're becoming one with the truck.
Oh man, I have a great relationship with my cars. They love me. My last one is I do every Sunday. Rachel and I look at our dinners and our calendar for the week.
Yeah.
Planning out dinners, planning out, like, we're having people over Tuesday night. Thursday night, we've got basketball practice. Friday, let's do pizza, which we usually do.
Yep.
Saturday, I'm going out of town. Whatever it is. Just plan out the week. What do we got coming up?
Yeah.
And then she'll make a grocery list right there based on that week.
She use like emails, something like that?
We use Instacart.
Oh, yeah. We're huge Instacart.
Can't hide money. Can't hide money. I see it. I was waiting on you to say it. That was a perfect opportunity.
We love Instacart.
It'll like show you like how many hours you've saved.
Yeah.
In the store.
We're huge Instacart.
We never do one-offs. It's always the big order so that you get rid of the fee or whatever.
Right.
And we do a weekly Instacart order to the door. Tip your driver. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
Huge time saver.
So.
Can't hide money.
Can't hide money. All right.
We normally do. We'll tackle that, but that's normally during our coffee time.
Oh, really?
Like Monday
Just
morning, it's
week?
like, hey, what's going on this week?
It's the
What do
day
we
and
have?
the week, and yeah.
Hey, make sure you add these things to your calendar.
Yeah, and
We're doing this that night. You know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Well, I love it.
I need to go get my hair cut.
I think
at
rituals
Uncle.
are important, dude. I will hook you up with my girl. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She does not. I'm not just saying this to be pretentious. She doesn't cut a lot of people's hair now. She has like a bigger role in the company, and so she only cuts I think she only cuts 2 days a week now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to see her.
Probably don't qualify.
But dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if you did it one time,
I'd go in for a wash and a trim. Shoot.
it's fantastic.
Shooey.
I think these rituals are important
I do too.
for my sanity.
Would love
for
to
my mental
know.
health.
I want to know like what other people's rituals are.
I would love to know. I think that's a great question.
Because every time that we do this, I'm adopting something. My phone has stayed in the closet since our New Year's.
I love that.
I'm reading now again. So
I just finished my first fiction book of the year.
congratulations. That was a fast read.
I want to read 40 books this year.
Golly.
Combined, I'm listening to audiobooks in the car.
That's helpful.
And I'm reading fiction, an actual book.
When you're relaxing.
At night in the bed. Yeah.
Love it. In your propped up bed.
Yeah. I prop up. To read.
Look, a little bit higher.
It has a zero gravity mode. There's a button on
Is that
the
like
remote.
the Chinese drones?
There's like a
Gravital?
button. It's called zero gravity, and you hit this button, and it's a preset thing. So
Yeah.
it automatically inclines, and the feet come up a little bit. So you're almost laying a little bit like in a bowl.
Oh, that's nice.
And there's some science behind
It relieves all your pressure points.
I
and
think
whatever.
something like that. I don't ever feel like I'm not in gravity when I'm in it, but it does
I'm
feel
floating.
good. But it does feel good. You're like, oh, this
Your
is
haircuts
comfortable.
are kind of anti-gravity.
What does that mean?
Like when you're laying there getting your scalp massage, I bet you're floating. You're kind of like floating.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Can't beat it. Thanks for doing this.
We're going to do a mailbag
Richard.
question?
Oh, yeah. You want to read this one?
Sure, why not?
Mail bowl. We surveyed the audience.
All right, from this is Asmar Quard. I don't know. It looks like Instagram. From Raleigh, North Carolina. Love the show! Exclamation point.
Oh,
Thank you.
well.
That's sweet.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this is interesting. Best truck to buy without breaking the bank.
Gosh, I love this question.
I think we're probably going to be aligned on this. I think we'll have similar answers.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of ways you could go with this. This is more of a brainstorm than I have just a immediate answer for me.
I have immediate answers.
All right, go.
I think so. Breaking the bank is a fairly subjective
It is.
thing,
Right.
or is it objective? I never know which one's right.
So that for me automatically knocks off brand new.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
we're
think,
talking used.
We're talking pre-owned. I think if I were buying and this is the thing. People have different tolerances for breaking the bank. Some people might go, oh, a pre-owned truck, 50 grand. Some people might go, no, I want to spend 15. So there's a wide range there. That's the one thing I would say. So I can only answer for me personally. But if I were going to buy a pre-owned truck today, I would buy a 4 to 6 year old Toyota Tundra. And I would get it 70,000 miles, 75,000 miles.
Or less.
Or less.
Right, right. Mileage is big.
I'd buy 75,000
is my cap.
Yeah,
I don't go any more than that.
I'm not scared of 100,000 miles on a Toyota engine anymore. I used to be. I am not.
Yep.
I'm not.
Yep.
But for me personally, if I were buying one, I'd go, okay, I'm going to look for something 75 or less mileage.
Yep.
And it would be a 2019, 2020, 2021 Toyota Tundra.
Okay. I would be similar to you, but I went Tacoma. So this is the hard part.
Okay.
Are we going mid-size, full-size? Full-size, I would probably change my answer. Because Toyotas they keep their value so well that I would probably just get into the market.
F-150.
Go F-150. Because it's the highest selling forever and ever and ever. Amen. Get a low miles.
Yep.
Make sure it's got a clean Carfax.
Yep.
Do your research.
Yep.
Get it from a reputable dealer.
Yep.
And maybe they sell you a warranty with it. But that value is going to be less, I think, than the Toyota brand. But if you're going to go spend that extra money or match a full-size truck and you don't need the extra space, the Tacoma is undefeated. It's undefeated. It will last you 300,000 miles. My brother is still driving a 1996.
I've ridden in that truck. I think it's a great truck. I'm not disputing.
Do you see the trade-off there?
I do, absolutely. My one issue is I want a V8 in a truck. I'm a V8 guy.
That's where it came from. They don't make them anymore.
They don't make a V8 Tacoma.
They don't make a V8 Tundra.
I know. That's my only listen.
Mine has a turbo.
I like your truck. I love the look of the new Tundras a lot.
It looks great.
You got a newer model Tundra.
That's what I was waiting on it. I didn't really like the look.
I know. I like the look.
Did you like the older ones?
Well, okay, let's back up.
The V8s. To get a V8, you gotta.
I think
get one of the older ones.
The new Tundras look way better than the old Tundras.
Okay, agreed.
If I were buying a truck purely because I used to drive a 2018 Tundra.
Yeah, you did.
Black? I did. No, it was silver.
Oh, what?
Oh, it was silver, and I didn't like the silver.
Okay.
I didn't like the silver. I would go dark charcoal gray. I think that's your color.
Okay.
Or black.
Yep.
That's what I would do now.
But it was that I can see it on the side. V8 5.7.
I'm a researcher.
Me too.
I like to research things.
Yeah.
And when I was researching, because I drove an F-150 for 10 years.
You
10
have
years.
a lot of experience with both of these.
And I loved the F-150, except for I kept having problems. I had to put 3 sunroofs in it.
Ooh.
I had to put 2 different slide rear glasses in it.
Oh.
I had water leaking in because they could never figure out this one seal that would not work right. I don't know.
Okay.
I had to rebuild the transmission at 125,000 miles.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's as reliable as the Toyota.
I was like...
It's a get in the market truck.
But what I will say about when I was reading about full-size trucks and I landed on the Tundra, if I were buying something purely based on looks, I would never buy a 2018 Tundra.
Yeah.
I would never buy it.
Yeah. Even for the V8.
Even for the V8. If I were buying purely on looks.
Just looks. Yep. Okay.
F-150 is hard to beat on looks.
They look good.
Dude, the Dodge Power Wagons are hard to beat on looks.
Yeah.
I think those are good-looking trucks.
The Z71s.
Oh, they're good-looking trucks.
AT4s. But they're so expensive.
And I just, everything I read, dude, that Toyota engine is just, that iForce V8 is bulletproof.
Yeah.
And everything I would read about it, they would say that the Tundra is outdated, because I bought mine in 2020. It was a 2018 model. It's outdated style-wise, but everything just works.
Where was this listener from?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. Little bit of weather to worry about, but not going to change your...
But how you use it. I remember in my truck, my Tundra, knobs, simple,
Yeah, easy.
nothing fancy at all.
Yep.
But it all just worked.
It works.
Seats were comfortable.
It works.
Everything worked. The motor, take care of it.
Get me
It'll
from
last you
there to
forever.
there.
Yeah.
For a long time.
I'm a Toyota guy for life now.
Amen to that. I'm in agreement.
So that's
There's
what I
the
do.
answer.
There you go.
Well done. That one. This one's in the books, man.
Yep, I like it.
Well done.
Rituals are important.
They're important, and the void of them equally as important. So would love to know what everybody's doing out there.
Can't hide money.
Can't hide money. All right. Keep coming back, y'all. Thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out the other videos on our channel and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos.
And if you're tired of seeing our faces talk, you can go the audio only route and catch us on Apple and Spotify. If you do that, be sure to subscribe, give us a rating and a review so that we can reach more people.
See y'all next week.